Well, that looks pretty good. It's sitting, maybe an inch below the frame. I'm going to have a spot right here that I can mount to this cross member right here. Put a heim joint in it, so that'll be super solid. I can make one more here and mount it onto the frame somewhere, so I can line it up with the steering column there. So I'll have to have two U-joints in it. It might be best to put one. I'll set this one here with the steering box straight, so it goes on. I don't know, it looks like I've got an angle in it there. I'll have to put one in here to match that. That'll put my rod under that frame right there. I can put in a heim joint there, and then the steering bar itself will run under the frame and exit about right here somewhere. I can put another heim joint and then another U-joint, bring that straight up to the steering box, and I should be done completely. Most of it will be under the frame. It'll be out of the way of everything. Nice clean setup. I'll be able to put me a decent looking steering column and turn signals and everything in here. Don't have to worry about any of this. Got a nice wheel that'll go on it. It'll be clean inside. I really won't have any trouble with the steering. So what I will have to do is get rid of that big old ugly thing on the side. This was cool when I first looked at it. I thought it was definitely old school, great idea. But as you saw there, it's got to go. I'm not going to really worry about any of that stuff. I won't have to worry about making up tie rod ends. I won't have to worry about a tie rod itself. I'll have rack and pinion steering on it. It'll all be nice and clean. This little front end won't look bad at all here. Won't hardly be able to see it. I just think this is the right setup. That's a pretty unique idea for a steering rod in there. It'll all be pretty much hidden. It'll be really strong, mounted in two different places, so I shouldn't have any trouble with that at all. Alright, I got that big old piece cut off. Don't look too bad, and apparently there's a hole in the frame here. That's probably where the original steering box went or something. I'm just going to clean it up, see if I can put a plate or something in there and just weld this all shut. Try to clean up my frame good here. I did a pretty good job of not getting into my frame with that cutoff tool. But anyway, just a bit of cleaning and welding, and then this one here will be done. Got this kind of welded up and ground down a bit here. I got a few little places in here that I need to fill. Place in there, a little bit in this. I'm just kind of cleaning up this whole area here and making it look better. Looks like I could probably fill that a little bit. So, kind of doing more aesthetic to it than anything, because now I know that this This is not going to have that big ugly thing on it, so I'll try to get it look as good as we can. I just use it low heat. Run another bead around on this stuff. Looks like I missed one here on the top. I'll do that one. And I'll grind it all off. That's pretty good. I still got some few grinder marks, some weld marks in it, but pretty compared to strong. It's a tremendous amount of work. It took a long time to get it down that far. At this point it's smooth. I can just bondo it a little and that'll fix that. Just mix me up some hot bondo and stuck on it. That'll clean up just about everything I got here. See the difference between that motor mount and this motor mount. It's obviously just kind of welded in there. That one there is nice and smooth, so I'll work on this one a little more later. Get it smoothed up to where it's as nice as the other one. This frame looks pretty decent. I got a little more places in here. I'll just kind of sand it all down and clean up all this front part of the frame with Bondo, because I know how well my black paint will look. It doesn't seem to be sticking to the primer all that well, but that could be because it was dirty or a whole lot of things. I mean, it's pretty good paint, so anyway, that's kind of all I'm going to do today, which is a kind of a major thing. This is one of the last engineering feats I had here. It was determining what I was going to do with this. What I was going to do with this front end. So now I know. I've committed myself to rack and pinion steering. Now it'll be a fairly simple matter of mounting that steering box, working out what's going to happen with the radiator. I still got quite a bit of work just for the steering alone, but at least now I know what I'm going to do, and I can at least mount my brackets and start fixing my steering wheel in here. And I sort of rough sanded my Bondo down. Hit it with a coat of primer. Doesn't look bad at all. A little sanding and painting, and that'll look wonderful. I'll clean up this side, but all in all, this will start to look like the showpiece that this big old long frame needs to be. Can't have it all of this frame sticking out here and have a lot of junk on it. But I think we're in business now. It's going to look good. There's a lot of work doing this. Took all day, but it's done now. Try to get away from all the work. My belt came today, so I thought I'd just set this on here, and I got my scoop, and this is what it's going to look like. Still got to go through my carburetors and clean them up, but this pulley is going to be spaced out like a ½ an inch, but everything looks good. Next thing I got to do is try to figure out if my distributor is going to work. But here's the beast. It's going to look awesome. Got a rumpety cam. I'm kind of anxious to fire it up and see what it sounds like.